Assalamu alaikum everyone. Hope you all are doing well. Today we are going to continue with our first chapter, which is about numbers to 1000. This is going to be our fourth topic of this chapter, titled Order and Pattern. Okay, so what are we learning today? Under the topic of order and pattern, we are going to learn how to order three-digit numbers. Three-digit numbers comprise of the places ones, tens, and hundreds. In today's lesson, we are going to learn to identify the greatest and the smallest numbers from a group or set of numbers. We are also going to order them in a particular manner. In the first two lessons of the chapter, we have continued with learning to represent numbers in different ways. We have read and written numbers using base 10 blocks. We have also used place value charts to figure out the value of each digit in a number based on its place. We have read and translated numbers from numerals to words and also from words to numerals. Our workbook practices have been more or less about them. In the third lesson, we learned about how to compare numbers and find out which one is greater and which one is smaller. Okay, so how should we begin? How do we compare numbers? We begin comparing numbers by considering the digits in the greatest place. In this picture, there are three numbers. There's 36, 33, and 31. These are two-digit numbers, so they have tens as their greatest place. So now let's compare the digits in the tens place. There are three tens, and three tens. So the tens are equal. Hence we now compare the ones. 6 ones is greater than 3 ones, and 3 ones is greater than 1 1. Therefore, the number with the greatest one is the greatest number, which is 36. And the number with the smallest one is the smallest number, which is 31. So we can say that 36 is greater than 33 and 33 is greater than 31. Also, we can say that 31 is smaller than 33 and 33 is smaller than 36. So we would conclude that 36 is the greatest number and 31 is the smallest number. Let's compare three-digit numbers now to figure out the smallest and the greatest numbers among them. Which is the greatest place in a three-digit number? Yes, it's hundreds. We would compare the digits in the hundreds place. There are 4, 2, and 7. 7 hundreds is greater than 4 hundreds. 4 hundreds is greater than 2 hundreds. 2 hundreds is the smallest, while 7 hundreds is the greatest. Among these three numbers, we have been able to decide on the basis of hundreds place digits that this number 701 is the greatest and the number 236 is the smallest. In order to arrange these numbers from the smallest to greatest, 236 being the smallest comes first. 489 is greater than 236. The greatest number, 701, would come in the end. From smallest to greatest, these numbers are 236, 489, and 701. Now let's compare these numbers in a similar way. Excuse me. The three numbers are 274, 247, and 427. The three-digit numbers comprise of the same digits, but over here, their places determine the value of each digit in the number. Let's begin comparing now. We would begin by comparing the digits in the hundreds place. These digits are 2, 2, and 4. 4 being the greatest, we can easily say that 427 is the greatest number. Now let's figure out which number is the smallest. 2 hundreds in both the numbers are equal, so we'd compare the digits in the tens place. These digits are 7 and 4. 4 being the smaller number determines that 247 is the smallest number. If we had to begin these numbers in an order of smallest to greatest, the numbers would be 247, 274, 427, with 247 being the smallest and 427 being the greatest. Let's look over here. Are these numbers arranged from the greatest to the smallest? Let's compare the digits in the greatest place, that is the hundreds place. Okay, the digits in the hundreds place are 7, 2, 2, and 4. This doesn't show an increasing or decreasing trend, does it? No. Let's arrange these numbers in an order. Let's do it in a decreasing order, from greatest to smallest this time. 700 being the greatest means that 724 is the greatest number. 4 being the smaller number means that it would come next. So the smaller number is 427. Now let's consider the two remaining numbers. They are 247 and 274. If we compare the hundreds place, they both have equal hundreds, which is 200s. So we have to compare the digits in the tens place. These digits are 4 and 7. 4 tens is smaller than 7 tens. That means 247 is the smallest number, while 274 is greater than 247. So the greatest number over here is 724, while the smallest number is 247. In today's lesson, we have learned how to compare numbers in a group, how to determine the smallest and the greatest numbers, determine which number is greater than and which number is smaller than the other number. We have also learned how to put the numbers after comparing in an order. The order can be from smallest to greatest or from greatest to smallest. Hope everything was understandable. If you have understood the concept well, please practice the exercises on page 12 and 13 of workbook 2A. If you have any queries, send them in on the Google Classroom. You can send them as a class comment in the Google Classroom or as a private comment. If there is a need, we can also schedule a remedial. Thank you. Take care. Goodbye, everybody.